our latest episode of Endurance Sports Car Driving Tips brought to us by Discovery Parts. And they are your source for getting all your driver gear and getting you out on track to make sure you're having fun and not sitting there waiting for parts to show up from the local delivery service. What we're going to talk about today is how to get grip and 200 wear rating tires. Now, what we run on Endurance Sports Car Racing in all of these series, they're not race tires, but thankfully they're not the types of tires we used to race on in the 70s and 80s, because those were like rocks. So we're very fortunate that we have tires that last a long time, but have good grip, but they're not race tires. So today we're going to talk a little bit about how to engage those tires to get the maximum efficiency in the turns. So when we're running on 200 wear rating tires, and there's all different options to come from, but the reality is no matter what, there's only so much grip they're going to give you. And if any of you have done a lot of go-karting, like local track rentals, you know that in those types of tires, they don't tend to have a lot of grip unless you're running like a shifter kart. So what you have to do is try to engage the tires. And that's the same thing you have to do with a 200 wear rating tire. So let's just go ahead and let's focus in on my hands here as we're talking. So if you're in a straight line, you're as wide as possible going towards the entrance to the turn. There's a couple things that drivers tend to make a mistake on. One is not getting as wide as possible. You heard what I just said. You want to get as wide as possible without dropping your outside tires in the grass. But the other thing is you actually want to turn in earlier than you think. I see so many times on track when I'm behind somebody, racing either for position and or just maybe lapping them, I notice their biggest mistake is turning in too late. But of course, if you turn in as early as I'm going to suggest, you're going to say, well, I'm going to be on the inside grass, totally like inside way before the apex. Well, watch what I'm going to suggest here. So again, as you want to turn in, you want to turn in early with what I call slow hands. Early with slow hands. And again, what you're doing, just like in a go-kart that's at a track day event where they're harder compound, our tires are the same way. You got to turn in with early hands, slow hands, and when you do it, you're engaging the rubber and you're turning in earlier than normal. Now, what you're probably going to have to do then is unturn a little bit and then turn back in again. But what you've done is you've engaged that rubber to the pavement, you've got it to grip, and then you turn out a little bit and turn back in again. So what you're constantly doing then is engaging that rubber. And I've done that so many times when I do endurance karting. You got to engage that rubber. But of course, it's not this. It's not herky-jerky, but it's a turn in early, out and in, out and in. And then you'll actually get the car to come down to the apex and carry that speed through the turn. Or if you turn in too late, you're like, oh, there goes the apex, right? So again, just turning in early with slow hands, making sure you're wide, gauge the rubber, unengage it, gauge it, unengage it, and you'll be amazed at how much that helps. It'll get you the apex quicker, it'll get you faster through the turns, and actually in some ways you'll probably actually wear out your tires less because you're not sliding them, you're actually engaging the rubber. So again, there's a big difference between sliding through the turn and engaging the rubber to make sure that you're getting full contact, getting to the apex and going on. So just a little tip, try it out next time you're on track.